I've been dating my girlfriend, whom I'll call Nikki, for 3 years now. It all started innocently enough. I commented on one of her Instagram stories, and we began chatting. Eventually, we exchanged numbers, moved to Snapchat, and met in person after a week. We started hanging out right after the holidays in January, and with Valentine's Day approaching, it was nice to have someone to spend it with, avoiding the usual dread of being alone. However, as Valentine's Day neared, Nikki confided in me about a stalker she'd been dealing with. His name was Ben, a guy a few years older than her who attended the same commuter college. They'd met during a group project, and he'd followed her around campus a few times. She never involved the police, even when he found out where she lived and sent her creepy texts. She didn't block him because she wanted to see how far he'd go. But when he left a box of Russell Stover chocolates on her doorstep and texted, "I hope you like the gift," she finally replied, telling him to leave her alone and that she was seeing someone now. A few days later, Nikki sent me a screenshot of a text from a fake number asking if the guy she was seeing was me. This made me uncomfortable. Now I felt involved. It escalated to the point where Nikki was ready to call the police if he contacted her again. I told her I'd go with her if it happened. Fast forward to Valentine's Day. Nikki and I went to a nice waterfront restaurant. While eating, we noticed a guy sitting on a bench outside, his hat pulled low as if hiding his face. Nikki joked, "What if that's Ben?" We laughed, but then he tilted his head toward us and quickly walked away. The mood shifted, but we brushed it off and enjoyed the rest of our evening. Later, we went back to my place. While on the couch, we heard a noise from the backyard. I went to check and found a stack of beach chairs knocked over. As I looked around, I spotted someone standing in the bushes. I yelled, "Who is that?" The guy rushed out, and I tackled him to the ground, yelling for Nikki to call the police. It was Ben. The police arrived, arrested him for trespassing, and Nikki pressed charges for stalking and harassment. He ended up with a misdemeanor and a protection order against him. 4 years later, Valentine's Day rolled around again. My boyfriend, now husband, and I planned a dinner. As we walked into the restaurant, a couple outside stared at us. The woman introduced herself as Mrs. Greddy, claiming they were photographers and wanted to take our photos. We declined, but they later showed up at the mini-golf place we went to. They followed us, and things got creepier when the husband mentioned my boyfriend's last name, Rod. We left quickly and headed to dinner. After dinner, as we drove home, a car followed us. We stopped at a CVS, and when we came out, the car was gone. But as we drove down a tree-lined road, we heard a loud pop. Our tires had been slashed. My boyfriend realized what was happening and told me to get out. We hid in the woods and called the police. We heard Mrs. Greddy's voice yelling, "We took too long," before they sped off. The police arrived, but nothing ever came of it. We're now married, with a wild story to tell our kids. In the fall of 2018, I was taking online classes but planned to transfer to a local university. I met a girl on Tinder, and we started dating. After Thanksgiving, her behavior changed. She became more aggressive and mean. We broke up before the winter semester started, and I moved into an apartment. A few weeks later, I reactivated my Tinder account to avoid spending Valentine's Day alone. I matched with a girl named Alex, who shared my dislike for bars and preferred staying in. We hit it off and decided to spend Valentine's Day together. The night went well. We had dinner, saw a movie, and ended up back at my place. Around 3 a.m., Alex got up and went to the bathroom. I fell back asleep but woke up at 5:30 a.m. to find her standing in the corner of my room, unresponsive. When I touched her shoulder, she turned around screaming and hitting me. She grabbed her clothes and ran out, leaving my bathroom trashed and smeared with feces. I called the police, but Alex had deleted her Tinder and Snapchat accounts. The only evidence was a filtered Snapchat photo I'd saved. My friend Rob, who shared a class with Alex, said he'd never seen her. That night, someone tried to open my front door, but nothing else happened. It remains one of the creepiest experiences of my life.